So this session is about your revision session, and further more, this session gonna be your last session. So which means next week you're not gonna have any other sessions, right? So in this session we will not gonna study a new topic. We will give a quick glance over the past few topics, and I will also give you some ideas about your question. What kind of questions I will ask you in your final exams, how long gonna be final exams for, and how many questions each, how many marks each questions. In addition, I will also mention you that how many topics you have to study in order to prepare for your final exams, and finally the date for your final exam, right? So dates of your final exam, it's not 100% sure because I'm still waiting for confirmation from the departments, because I already proposed them a final exam dates. So I have to wait for them to give some feedback on my proposed dates. Maybe the rooms are available or not, or maybe that time also a match with your other classes and so on. But anyway, I will give you ideas of my proposed dates, and then we will see, right? Okay. So this is the revision session. Revision session. And of course, this session is the last session, last lecture. Okay. So I'm gonna give. I will not go really topic by topic, but I'm gonna give you, instead of going topic by topic, I will give you ideas about your questions that you most likely to see in your final exam. So let's start with your final exams informations. Let's start with your final exams informations. So first of all, your final exams contain 50% weighting, right? So 50% of your total assessment, right? 50% of total 50% of total, right? And 50%, rest of 50% gonna be your midterm, mainly midterm and the one assignments that you had before, right? Okay. Second thing is your types of exam or types of questions. Right. So in your final exams, you're gonna see uh, you're gonna see multiple choice question. Right. Multiple choice questions. We also call it MCQs. Right. So these questions you're gonna see in your final exams. So now number of questions. Now number of questions. So you're gonna have around 40 questions. Right. So you're gonna have around 40 questions, 40 multiple choice questions. All right. Now, topics. How many topics you have to study, or this exams, how many topics does it cover? The topics will be from topic 1 to topic 5. All right. So whatever we have covered in these subjects gonna be part of your final exam. So which means all topics. Right? All topics gonna be part of your final exam. All right. Next, time. So final exams will last for around 75 minutes. 75 minutes, right? 75 minutes. So one question's less than 2 minutes for one question, right? So because you have 40 questions and timing is 70 minutes. So 1 hour and 15 minutes, right? To complete this this exams. And I believe that time is more than enough, no matter your English is good or is not good, right? So in my point of view, you all can finish these exams in 60 minutes. All right, you all can finish these exams in 60 minutes, but I'm giving you 15 minutes extra because some of you will say that, teacher, my English is not good, this and that. So so let's keep it 75 minutes. All right. Next is the dates of exams dates. Sorry. So exam date, it's not sure, all right, because as I mentioned that I'm still waiting for department confirmations. So I proposed two dates to department, all right. So in these two dates, any one date will be decided by the department, all right. So I proposed two dates. One is 30th May or 1st of June, right? I think 30th of May is it's 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 Saturday, and 1st of June it's Monday, all right? And most likely to be afternoon, most likely to be afternoon, right? Afternoon could be like between 1 p.m. to let's say 3 p.m. 2 hours. So between these 2 hours, of course, your exams for 75 minutes, but between this time, start maybe 1 p.m. to 3, between this time, right? Okay. So can you tell me these 2 dates? Are you busy or you free on 30th of May or 1st of June? Are you busy? Anybody who is busy during this time, please let me know. Because May department will ask me whether students they are agree for these dates or not, so they can arrange a room for us for final exam. So please tell me, anybody busy during this time? 30th of May or 1st of June afternoon during 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Everybody's free? Say something. Please say something. All are free during this time? Please say something. Free or busy? Both dates are okay. Okay. So I will wait for the department. If they suggested 30th of May, then okay. If they suggested 1st of June, then okay. So I will confirm you later through learning management system once dates are confirmed, because both day you are free. So it's most likely to be on Saturday, most likely to be on 30th of May. All right, but still we have to wait. All right, but if it's still 30th of May, you have more than 2 weeks to prepare for your final exam, and I believe that time is more than enough. So someone said who is busy on 1st. All right, okay, if you're busy on 1st, so most likely to 30th of May. I prefer 30th of May, right? I prefer this one. Okay, some of said that they have subjects for 30th of May and 1st of June. Okay, I have class on 30th and 1st of June. So I have class on Monday, but I don't know 1st June have class or not. Okay, yeah. So anyway, let wait for the departments, because departments they know your old schedule better than me. All right, but these 2 dates I proposed, and then wait for the departments. But remember, if these 2 dates not suit, your exam will be after these 2 dates. I will not propose any other day before 30th or 1st. All right, see, if department asks me to give any other day, that will be after 1st of June, but not before 1st or before 30th of May. All right, so we have to wait for the department. All right. Okay. Now move on to next. Now next is exams type, which means are you allowed to bring any study material with you or not? So this exams is a closed book. All right. This exams is a closed book exam, which means you are not allowed to bring any written material with you. All right, no any extra paper. All right, no any extra paper. All right, no any slides, no any textbooks, nothing at all. All right, you are not allowed to bring any material with you, no mobile phones. All right, so you are allowed to bring, so allow only pen, pencil, or some other rubbers, or ruler, or all this kind of stuff, and a calculator. Right? So you are allowed to bring any pen, pencil, ruler, eraser, and calculator. All right? But you are not use your mobile phone as calculator. Right? So calculator means no mobile phone. You cannot use your mobile phone as a calculator. All right, so you have to bring a calculator, right? Of course, because in your exams you're gonna see some small calculations questions, right? I will talk later about it, right? Which type of questions you're gonna see in your exam. And final thing, is you are not allowed to take question paper with you. All right, once exam is finished, you cannot take question paper back home. All right, so you have to return answer sheets and question paper both. You have to return both to me or to the supervisor. All right, so you are not allowed to bring paper back home. All right, so keep in your mind, so whatever questions or answer sheets you have to return both question paper and answer sheets, return back to the to the to the to the examiner. All right, and another thing is that, so keep in your mind this thing. Right, so that's important. Yeah. Next thing, so make sure you write, because these are the multiple choice question. All right, so your answer is A or B or true or false, right? So make sure you write your answers on answer sheets, like as for example question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so like question 1 A, 2 C, D, E, A, something like this. All right, so make sure you write all the answers on answer sheets. So write answers on answer sheets. So you're gonna have answer sheets with you. I mean, in blank sheets. All right. So make sure you write, not just question paper. So you do on question paper and make sure you write on the answer sheets, like question 1A to your answers, right? In this way, right? So keep in your mind this. All right. That's all for your final exams. All right. So now let me explain you more about final exams. Let me speak more about final exams. Of course you have multiple choice questions, right? So in multiple choice questions, your question's gonna be true or false, right? True or false. Next questions could be choose the option, of course, and maybe it could be a fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. So like I'm writing something and I leave the blank and writing something. So you have to fill. But of course, you have options, all right? No matter what type of questions you have, you will see an option, all right, for each answers. And then you're gonna have some calculations, right? And of course, for calculations, I'm gonna give you options, so you have to choose the right option, but it's a calculations based. So you have to find whatever answer is that you have to find from the available options, all right? Yes, so that's the basic information that you need to know for your final exams, right? So that's all about your final exams information. So do you have any question regarding all this final exams instruction, right? And make sure nobody try to cheat in the class. Anyway, I will be in the class at that time. I will be your invigilator, all right? So I will be in the class, but I'm telling you in advance, if I found anybody's trying to cheat, I will not give second chance. I will take your question paper back with answer sheets and I'll give you 0. So which means you fail in your final exam. If you try to cheat, no excuse. You are not allowed to share any paper or any pencil or any pen or any calculator, all right? So make sure you bring your own stuff, your own calculator, your own pen, pencils, all right? If your pen is, just not bring one pen, 1 or 2 extra pens. So if one pen is not working, so you can use another pen. But you are not allowed to borrow pen from any other students, right, in the class, all right? And again, besides pen, you are not allowed to share a calculator. You use your own calculator. Bring your own calculator. Make sure you check your calculator at home is working fine, all right? If it's not, so make sure you check the battery or you buy the new one, all right? But again, idea is you cannot share calculator in your exams room, all right? So that's the information that you have. So please ask me any questions regarding your final exams if you have. Any question?
Teacher, I have a question.
Yeah.
In the part of fill in the blank, we have a question, and below the question, we have a different option.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
So like this is your fill in the blanks question. So for example, that's your fill in the blanks question. So I'll give you option A, B, C, D. So you can choose any option. Of course, every questions you will have options. No matter is it true and false, of course, fill in the blanks or calculation, because it's a multiple choice questions. So every question you have a multiple choice. Every question, multiple options. All right. Any other question? Anything is unclear? Anything you did not understand? Anything you are not sure? Please ask me now, because this is the last lecture. I mean, you can ask me question face to face, all right? But later on, if you have any question, please, you can send me email, no problem. But anyway, if you have any question, please Please speak to me. Anything is unclear to you? So any questions? No questions, so we move on. So one question, when we have exactly the time. Yes, the exact time, I'm not sure, all right? So as I said, I have to wait for the department, all right? So I have to wait. So we have to, so wait for department, right? So once the high quality department and economic faculty department, when they confirm the dates and the time, I propose them time 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. afternoon. But again, we have to wait for the department. So once department confirmed the time and date, they will send you email. I will also send you email to confirm, student, this is the time for exams. All right? So we have to wait. You and me, we both have to wait. Okay, so any other question? If no questions, then can we move on? When we have exact time, no question. Okay, so no questions, so we move on. Okay. So now, we start with the topic 1. So I'm gonna give you informations topic by topic, all right? So which means what type of questions you're gonna see from topic 1, 2, 3, so on. So let me wait. Okay, so in the topic 1, we study various things like what is the meaning of cost accounting, right? What is cost accounting, right? So types of cost involve fixed cost, variable cost, manufacturing cost, non-manufacturing cost, step cost, semi-variable cost, right? All these kinds of cost is part of your for your topic 1. So I can ask you this type of question. For example, the cost as per change the level of activity, or the cost change as per the level of production. What type of cost is it? Is it fixed cost? Is it variable cost? Is it semi-variable cost? Or is it step cost? The right answer is variable cost. All right. Another example, I can ask you depreciation on machine. What type of cost is it? Is it fixed cost? Is it variable cost? Is it step cost? Is it semi-variable cost? All right. Another examples I can ask you, like as cost of supervision, supervisor cost. Is it fixed cost? Is it variable cost? Is it semi-variable cost? Or is it step cost? Right answer is step cost. All right. Next one is another questions I can ask you, rent, factory rent, for example. So factory rent, is it manufacturing cost or is it non-manufacturing cost? Answer is manufacturing cost, which is cost of goods sold, right? So this type of questions I can ask you from your topic 1. Make sure you really focused on the types of costs. This is one of the most important things from your topic 1. Manufacturing, cost of goods sold, operating costs, and so on. Whatever we have covered in the topic 1. So make sure you watch the video for topic 1, and then you will understand what we have done in the topic 1. All right. So anybody has any question regarding topic 1? Any question? So there is no calculations from topic 1, right? So no calculations from topic 1. So I will not ask any calculations from your topic 1. Right? So anybody has any questions regarding topic 1? If no questions, can we move on to topic 2? So we move on to topic 2 if you don't have any questions. So topic 2. One student asked me a question regarding the grades for your, where is that? One student asked me that when we have the answer for assignments. I haven't finished. I'm still in the process of marking your assignments. Hopefully, I will give you results in this week. I try my best to finish, and then I will give you results in this week. So I will upload your results on learning management system. Then you can see the results. Right. So if no questions, then we move on to topic 2. So let's start with the topic 2. So your topic 2 is accounting for material, right? Topic 2 is accounting for material. All right. So in this accounting for material, you need to understand about physical control, investment control, right? So which is learning outcome 1, which was about physical control and investment control. What is the meaning of physical control, investment control, right? What's the difference between physical control, investment control? For example, I can ask you questions like this. Protect material from misuse. Is it physical control or investment control? Right? So you have to choose physical control. Or I can ask you, physical control means maintaining appropriate quantity of material. maintaining appropriate quantity of material. That's the meaning of physical control. True or false? Answer is false, because maintaining appropriate quantity of material called investment control, not physical control. Right? So make sure you find the difference between physical control and investment control. And in addition, you need to know how we control, how we make physical control, how we can do that, like as limited access, segregations of duty, or accuracy in recording. Right? So that's your physical control. And investment control could be usage, lead time, safety stocks. So these are the physical control, right? And these are investment control. And investment control, you also need to understand about economic order quantity. All right, economic order quantity, which mainly focus on minimizing the holding cost and the ordering cost. Wherever holding cost and um, uh, holding cost and ordering cost, wherever they cut each other's in form of curve, so that point called economic order quantity. So make sure you know that, right? Of course, no calculations for your learning outcome 1, right? Okay, then you don't have any learning outcome 2, so next will be learning outcome 3. So learning outcome 3 is about the procedure, accounting for material, which focus more on requisitions and how we can purchase materials, how we can receive, ordering, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. And in this one, we also study about LIFO-FIFO moving average method. I will not create any questions from LIFO-FIFO moving average method, because you already done the calculation for LIFO-FIFO and moving average in your assignments. All right. So no calculation for LIFO-FIFO moving average in multiple choice question. I can ask you very, very simple questions like as what LIFO stands for, last in, first out, and what FIFO stands for, first in, first out. Right, so this kind of questions I can ask you, very, very simple and very basic, but no calculations, right? Next thing, yes, we have learning outcome 2. So I forgot to write learning outcome 2. Of course, we have learning outcome 2. So learning outcome 2 is about procedure of ordering. What is the procedure for ordering? Right? Ordering material and receiving, all right? Ordering, receiving, okay. So we have ordering, receiving, and how we maintaining or using the raw material, right? So ordering raw material, like as we have PRN, purchase requisition notes, purchase order, all these kind of forms we need to, we require to to order, to receive, or to use. So make sure you know complete procedure, right? PRN, purchase requisition notes, or MRN, material requisition notes, or GRN, goods received notes, RRN, reverse requisition notes, bin card, right? Which help us to maintain the level of inventory so we can order it, right? So all these kind of things, purchase order, PO, what that stand for, right? So all these things you should know, right? Next is learning outcome 4. which is about JIT, JIC, right? JIT and JIC, what that stand for, what is the purpose, what's the difference, some basic thing about these things, all right? Next is, I think it's learning outcome 5, I guess, which is about scrap, what scrap means, scrap known as byproduct, all right? And next one is spoiled goods. Spoiled goods is not a byproduct, all right? So spoiled goods means, what is the meaning of spoiled goods, which known as any kinds of loss which cannot be converted into economic benefits and so on. Scraps can have economic benefits. Right? So what's the meaning of scraps and spoiled goods? And what is a treatment? So just mainly focus on the meaning of scraps and the spoiled goods and what's the difference between scrap and the spoiled goods. All right. I guess that's all for, yes, that's all for topic 2, right? So topic 2 is finished. So again, no calculations. No calculations from your topic 2, right? So topic 2 is finished. Any questions regarding topic 2? Please ask me. Any question? Topic 2? So no questions, so we move on to topic 3. Topic 3. So topic 3 is accounting for material. Right. Accounting for material. So in this topic, your learning outcome 1 is about the difference between hourly rate plan, piece rate plan, and modified wage plan. Yes, modified wage plan. What was that? What's the difference? And so on. Just a theory, no calculations. All right. Then learning outcome 2, which is about specific procedure to control labor costs. How we gonna record the labor costs? What kind of forms we have to fill in order to record the labor costs in our accounts, right? Like as labor timesheets and payroll records, employees earning records, and so on. So make sure you watch my previous videos to understand about all this information, right? So mainly about the forms and the procedure, right? Forms and procedure to record labor cost, right? What is a form and what is a procedure? Then learning outcome 3 is about overtime. Maybe focus more on the overtime. All right. So overtime pay and overtime premium, right? Overtime pay and premium. What's the difference between overtime pay and the premium, right? Then the last thing we talked in the topic 3 was special labor cost problems. So which is special labor cost, right? What are the special labor costs? So special labor costs, some kinds of cost like as, make sure you watch the previous topic. So I give quick glance, like a shift premium, pension, bonus, vacations, holidays, right? So we also call it fringe benefits, all right? And when we talk about pension divided into two parts. One is a contributory plan and non-contributory plan. So in contributory plan, employee and employer both contribute, right? And in a non-contributory plan, only company contribute, employee do not contribute, right? So that's kind of things that you need to know about this special labor cost, all right? So I guess it's also finished. Yes, that's all for topic 3. So again, in topic 3, you don't have no calculations, right? No calculations. No calculations in your topic 3. So any questions regarding topic 3? Ask me if any question. Anything is unclear, anything you don't know, right? Make sure after this session, if you have any question and that question that makes sense, then please send me email. Don't send me any email and say that, teacher, can you tell me in topic 3 what I have to study, all right? If you have that question, so make sure you watch the video first before asking me that kind of questions, all right? So make sure, I will not reply your email if you ask me, teacher, what I have to study in topic 3, all right? So these things that you have to focus on in your topic 3, all right? So if no questions in topic 3, we move on to topic 4. Topic 4 is accounting for overheads. Accounting for overhead. In accounting for overhead, first of all, you need to understand about overheads, right? Because topic 3 is about overhead. So what is the meaning of overheads, right? So it's involved indirect material, indirect labor, overhead. That's same thing that we studied in topic 1, right? So same thing repeat here, right? Then learning outcome. Next learning outcomes, that how we do what is the accounting procedure to transfer overhead costs from one account to another account, right? So which means transfer to work in process and then transfer to finished goods, how we do the things, all right? Then we come to the main ideas for topic 4 was methods, all right? But before methods, we need to understand about types of departments, right? Types of department. We have 2 types of department. One is a production department and a service department. What's the difference between production department and service department? Like as production department directly involved, service department indirectly involved, all right? Production department who receives service from service department, right? And service department is a department which provides service to production department and other service departments, right? And another important thing is that the total cost of production department not only involve whatever things has done in the production department, but also involve the cost that associated with the service department, and that service department is involved in providing services to the production department. So make sure you know the difference between production and the service department, right? Then after that, we're gonna talk about the types of methods, all right? So we have a 3 different method: direct distribution and step down method, and third one is algebraic or reciprocal method, right? So direct distribution, step down, and algebraic method. Algebraic method. So what's the difference, all right? What the difference among all these 3 types of methods? So again, no calculations. I will not ask any questions regarding calculations from topic 4, because this calculation you also covered in your assignments, like big questions, so you don't have to do it again, right? Then next thing you need to know about the over and under applied, right? Over and under applied. What's the difference between over and under applied, right? So yes, of course, this over and under applied belongs to your, I forgot, it belongs to ABC and traditional costing. ABC and traditional costing. But you need to know the steps to allocate overhead cost in ABC. Again, you need to know the steps, right? But no calculations. I will not ask any calculation. Same like as these methods, you also cover this ABC and traditional costing in your assignments, because your assignments was really long, right? So you don't have to, but more about the theoreticals. What are the steps involved in ABCs and steps involved in traditional costing? Which methods provide more accurate allocations of overheads? All right, of course, ABC. Right? Why? Because ABC focus more on the activity. Traditional focus much more on machine hour or labor hour, but ABC focus on cost driver or cost pool. Cost pool divided by cost driver is the way to allocate the cost, overhead cost in ABC. But in traditional costing, we just use machine hour or labor hour, whichever is higher, all right? So you need to know the difference between this ABC and traditional, and which kind of companies they apply ABC. Of course, large company, big companies, small company, most likely to focus on traditional costing, because ABC is a more time and money consuming method. So small companies, they may not afford the applications of ABC. So that's why they focus on the traditional costing. So this is kind of the theoretical things that you have to know. Right? And finally, under and over applied, right? So under and over applied belongs to ABC and traditional, all right? So there is no any difference between under and over applied of ABC and traditional, just ideas for over and under applied, right? So let's say over and under apply and methods, right? These 2 methods. So this is, right? I guess that's enough for your topic 4, right? So topic 4 is finished, all right? So any questions? So again, eventually there is no any calculations. So no calculation at all. No calculations from your topic 4, right?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Can you repeat that? Which company apply ABC or traditional costing?
Okay. So keep in your mind that large companies, big companies, they apply ABC, and middle or mostly small companies most likely to apply traditional costing. What are the reasons that large company apply ABC and small company apply traditional? The reason is, you know that ABC company is more time consuming, right? It's a more time consuming method compared to traditional because it's more complicated. And this time consuming associated to the cost, because if more time consuming lead to more cost. Large company, they can afford the cost associated with any kinds of overhead allocations because it's a large company, right? In addition, large company, they focus more on the actual price determinations. So they don't want to make any kinds of mistakes when they're determining the price. And you know that price determinations focus on the cost estimations. So if cost estimation is accurate, the accuracy of cost estimation is high, price determination going to be most likely to be appropriate. But however, in small and small companies, they believe in traditional costing, various reasons. So reason number one is small company, they do not have a multiple departments, or they don't have multiple activities. They have a very limited activities. So as a result, so they have a less workload, less processing, and less kinds of activity involved in producing product. So that's why small company, they're less likely to apply activity based costing, because the activity based costing applied by those company which are large and they have a multiple activities involved. But small company, they don't have multiple activities. They have a limited departments, limited people. They focus on the limited activities in order to estimate the cost of the product. All right. Second thing is, since ABC is a most or time consuming method, small company may not afford or may not use lots of resources to estimating the cost, because small company, they have a limited resources compared to the large company. So they have to be really focused that where we should apply our resources. So that's why they're less likely to focus on the ABC, since traditional is the easiest way, fastest way to allocate the cost. So that's why small company traditional, large company ABC. All right. I hope I answered your question.
Yes, thank you.
So any other questions regarding topic 4? Or we move on? So move on. So move on to the last, which is topic 5. Cost analysis for management decisions that we covered in the last week. It's 2 parts it has, but we complete in the last. So cost analysis for management decision. Management decisions. So in this one, we focus on the various things, like we focus on cost allocation method, absorption costing, and marginal costing. So you focus more on the theoretical base. So for absorption costing, we also call it full costing. Another name of marginal costing is a variable, because they focus more on the variable cost, right? Because they believe that variable manufacturing cost contribute in production, and variable non-manufacturing costs contribute in revenue. As a result, sales minus variable cost is a contribution margin. And then fixed cost is net profit. This is the way to estimating using marginal costing, and here is absorption costing, right? So mainly internal purpose. If company want to estimate its profit internally, company apply marginal costing. So you can say that marginal costing for internal or decision making. All right, internally apply to estimate profit, and absorption costing externally, like as preparing financial reports. In financial reports, we have an income statement. So when we prepare income statement, we apply absorption costing, and that income statement is a part of financial reports, which is for external users. But when you are estimating net profit, or when you are preparing income statement internally, we focus on marginal costing. Why? Because same reason. It's a more, because we're, okay, so let me explain why it's internally. Because marginal costing focus on variable cost. All right, and variable cost is the cost which is important for decision making. Why it's important for decision making? Because it's a relevant. Why relevant? Because it's a controllable. All right, it's avoidable, it's variable. So because of this nature, it's more involved in decision making. And who involved in company decision making? Internal users. So that's why marginal costing apply internally to estimate the profit, but not externally, because they're not involved in decision making, right? So keep in your mind internally and externally. Then we focused on the cost, volume, profit analysis. Cost, volume, profit analysis. In you study break-even in units, break-even sales in units, break-even sales in dollars, right? What are the formulas for it, right? And I can ask you some calculations to estimate break-even in units, estimate break-even in dollars. So make sure you remember the formula for break-even in units. It's a fixed cost divided by contribution margin per unit, right? And break-even in dollar, it's a total fixed cost divided by contribution margin ratio. Ratio means contribution margin divided by sales multiplied by 100. Right? So make sure you know the formulas. So of course, I will ask you calculations, how to calculate this and this. Then next is the target profit. How many units we have to sell in order to achieve the target profit. Again, the formula is total fixed cost plus net profit, which is after tax, divided by contribution margin ratio, if you want your answers in dollar, or contribution margin per units, if you want your answers in units, right? So here again for units and dollars, all right? So I can ask you questions about calculations too here. So make sure target profit, when we use the formula for units or dollar is numerator is total fixed cost, right? Plus target profit, right? Divided by maybe contribution margin ratio or contribution margin per unit, right? Whatever. It's for units and it's for dollars. So this target profit, remember, it's before tax. It's always used as before tax. right? Not after tax. The reason I mentioned you earlier, right? If your target profit is given after tax, so make sure you convert it into net profit divided by 1 minus tax rates. All right, so remember. So next, and the last thing is different decision making. Right? Different decision making. So we studied about 4 methods of different decision making. Like a first method is one-time special order, right? One-time special order, right? How we make a decision of one-time special order. Second one was make or buy decision, or insourcing versus outsourcing, make or buy decisions. Next decision was constraint resources. When your resources are limited, and then we have to decide which product we have to produce first, and the decision will be made on the behalf of contribution margin by using the constraint resources. And finally, continue versus discontinue. If any departments or any segments or any product which is in loss, should we continue or discontinue? All right. So that's things you need to know about. Again, no calculations here. Right. Here, no calculations. So calculations in this topic will be here and here. These two belongs to calculations. Right? These two things belongs to calculations in topic 5. So the idea is only topic 5 which cover the calculation part. But of course, calculation and theory both. So topic 1, 2, 3, 4, you don't have to worry about calculations. But topic 5, you focus on the calculations and of course some other things too. All right, so that's all for topic 5. So topic 5 is finished. So your revision session, last session is finished. Now ask me a question. So anybody has any question regarding this session? Say something, any question? Yes or no? Any question? If no question, then we can stop. If you don't have any question. So no question. So can we stop now? Say something. Yes or no? Can we stop? Say something quickly.
So
Yep.
we don't meet in the class.
Sorry?
We don't meet in the class.
You don't need in the class? I mean, you want...
Oh, meet.
You need a class.
I think so. I think we need to meet in the class.
You want me to meet you in the class? I mean,
Oh, well.
you want me to open one class in the university, right?
Yes, yes.
Last time I asked you, I mean, ask all of you that what do you prefer? You prefer online or you prefer on campus? But you said it, we want to study online. And now you are saying that you want to see me in the class. Um, anyway, how many students you want to see me? All of you want to see me or just a few students? If just few students, I can see you in the office. But if the whole class, then I have to speak to the office to open a classroom for you. Or if you want, I can arrange a meeting room for all of you. But again, I need to know how many students. How many students want to see me regarding question that you have? Please say something. How many of you want to see me? So anyway, this is monitor responsibility. So make sure monitor you ask all the students who wants to see me. If you are just a limited students, then I will arrange a meeting room for you. Meeting room, we have just a meeting room for limited students. I guess maximum 15 students, I think. Maximum 15 students for meeting room. So where we can sit and we can talk if you have any question face to face. Or if you are more than 15, 20, 30, 40 above, then I have to ask office to open a classroom. But if you have any questions, better you ask me now. It's a great chance to because I already informed office that I will conduct you online session until we finish. I'm not going to open any class in the university. All right. So better you ask me now if you have any question. Do you have any question? But if you really want to see me face to face, I mean, in the classrooms, then you have to send me email that how many students. I'm okay with it. I have no problem. But you have to tell me soon so I can arrange my time. Let's say next Tuesday afternoon.